what you're doing to him.
I can't believe that
Let
you're
him
here
drop the
to
balls.
talk to me about dropping my balls onto you.
Pokeballs.
You Pokemon.
He's like, hey, Susanna, can I show you my dicklet?
Dicklet. It's not even a real dick, is that it?
Your creepy voice is super creepy.
Combined with the Joker-esque picture, it works pretty well.
You're rapey.
Yeah, kind of.
Suze, has he dropped his balls on you?
Who? Ken?
Yes.
No. That requires him to leave the house.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, because he dropped it. I heard he dropped an accordion on Chi.
I did, actually. And Nick, and Unify, and probably, quite frankly, at this point, like 4 times the guys than women.
Yeah, I mean, I know Nick sent them to me, and I had Katie look at them to see if I thought it was Nick, or if I thought it was you, or if I thought it was, or she thought it was just an internet dick.
She was able to identify the microphone.
I don't know what she saw, but for some reason she seemed to think it was you. Probably nothing. Probably there's nothing in the background. They put clean lines. It's like, well, it can't be Elsie, so it must be Ken. Suze, that one was funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something that's funny.
Yes.
I think it was the first week I was on here, and Eric recorded something and he didn't upload it. And I
Right.
wanted to see it, so I asked him to send it to me. Right? And he opened a folder containing a picture titled Ken's Dick by accident.
Yeah.
So I've seen the thumbnail.
Ken's dick picture.
Yeah, Tiff came on here the other day. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there were questions. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't have the whole backstory. You're just like, why do you have a folder with Ken's dick?
Like I said, it was the first week I was on
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah,
Welcome to Talking with Famous People.
Mhm.
Where we encourage drugs and send our dicks around with accordions drawn onto them.
Yeah, and also I was not so sure that it was the truth. That
Why
Ken
was there
had
an
sent
accordion
this
drawn on that? We never addressed the accordion part.
So it was basically me and Janelle talking, and
Which
we got on because of intuition. Basically, we got on the topic of dick tattoos, and then I think she brought up, yeah, it'd be funny if it was like an accordion or something like that, or I can't remember if it was her or me talking about the accordion. But basically, then I was like, you know what? This doesn't sound like a half bad idea. I was like, I think I'm going to draw an accordion on my dick. And I got her to agree to look at it.
why?
she consented to that.
Yes, she consented to that. And I was, if you're asking why, it's because, you know,
Tattoos?
I've been bored because I haven't been doing the things I've been wanting to do in my life.
He didn't do that normal thing in high school where people like rebel or leave the house, and now he's doing it. It's taking a strange course.
But what's the thing with guys wanting to show their dicks off?
Because people tell you not to. That's basically the majority of it.
But you don't want someone to then have reproducible, your dick reproducibly. Those words fit weird together.
Basically, Susanna, it's a sort of exhibitionism.
Like,
Yeah.
you're welcome to see it, but you don't get to keep its image.
But it keeps you don't understand. It's like an investment. It keeps having reoccurring like it keeps giving me returns because it's like Tiff got on here the other day and was like talking about how pissed she was because it's like it was on the web, like the Talking with Famous People website. Like there was a, like you go to talkingwithfamouspeople.com/kensdickpic.jpg.
I was
like,
on there for that.
Yeah, and Tiff was like, I was so pissed because I was on there. And
You
then,
was. Tiff
and
was
then and then and then Eric went to send me I sent Eric a Facebook message, and I hadn't sent him a Facebook message since I had sent those pictures. So when I sent it to him, he was just like, "Ah," because it popped up. This was like 2 months later. I was like, it's just the gift that keeps on giving.
Send out a picture and shit happens.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say all I've got out of this is that actual attribution is clearly the copyright.
What's that?
I said the tattoo solution. Obviously, someone needs is a copyright symbol.
A copyright symbol for a dick tattoo?
Just based on this conversation here, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Do you think that I need to be protecting my artistic interests?
I don't know. It sounded like that's what Taylor, needs.
Ken,
Yeah.
why are male INFJs so different from female INFJs?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of other male INFJs because I feel like I'm fairly different from at least like half of them. There's a couple that were just sort of like oddballs, but I'm not sure.
I
Not sure
have
the general.
I have a friend who I realized he's quite similar to you, so I had him do the test and it came out as INFJ, and I think he is INFJ. And I asked him to come on here. I think he actually might. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
he's also odd in his ways, but I like him.
Yeah. As far as different from the girls, that I don't know exactly what all contributes to that. I'm not really sure. I feel like it's kind of confusing in some ways because I don't know, maybe sort of social gender roles plays a part in that to some extent. Because it seems like SE seeking meshes with some of the girls a bit more, depending on upbringing. Although I guess I could mesh with the guys a bit more depending on upbringing, but I've felt not only a sort of push, but also a desire to, be a strong-willed individual.
But SE seeking, do you resonate with that?
Yeah, it's one of those strange things where it's like I definitely want to be SE seeking, but I will put up a mental block if I don't if I think seeking that is going to damage me. So it's like, maybe that makes it sound a lot more conscious and like choice oriented than it is, but I feel like it's more like a reaction sort of thing where it's like I don't mind going along with stuff, or like if people are like, let's do this or do that, I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. They're like, no, come on, let's do it. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, come on. I'm like, all right, fine. All right, yeah, we'll do it. Like that's sort of how it works out. But if I get the sense that sort of, for lack of a better term, submitting is going to harm me in some way, then I typically avoid it. But basically, I kind of see SE seeking as like sort of being okay with people pressuring me into stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know you that well, but it makes me think of that friend I know. Like the girls he has been trying to pursue has been really SE type of person. And it has been really weird to me because he is so nice and sweet and he likes those bitchy people, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think it's.
And of course he got hurt both times. They hurt him badly, both of them.
Yeah. I think that's one of the more unfortunate things is that I think learning about the socionic stuff has been helpful because I feel like there's been a sort of dichotomy in my mind where it's like I have this image in my head of the women that I'm interested in, and it's like I try to look for those women in reality, and there's sort of a stark contrast where if they fall to the side of being, more strong-willed individuals, I like that. But if they start crossing that threshold into sort of bitch territory, then that's when I start throwing up walls a bit more because I'm like, fuck, this isn't gonna end well.
And now I also hope he come on here because I'm curious about if he will interact with you and how that would go down.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting.
Do you know any other male INFJs?
Yeah, there's one I talked to. He's a type 1, so compared to him, I seem real loosey-goosey. But no, he's more reserved. He's more like, I feel like, duty oriented. See you, Aldra.
Later, Aldra.
But there was one male INFJ that was on here one time, and I'd say he was probably the one that was the most like me. And he may have actually had an 8 in his tri-type, which is...
Wasn't a new one, no?
No, not a new one. No, he was here. This was quite a while ago. It's like months and months. But he came on, and he was an INFJ, and me and him were actually fairly similar. Although I would say he was a bit more... Yeah, he was actually a good deal more assertive than I was, I think.
Assertive. That would be interesting to see.
Could you repeat that?
That would have been interesting, like assertive INFJ.
Yeah, I think my 9. I think the fact that I'm a leading Enneagram type 9 sort of. It's like, so the main emotion that gets linked to that is anger. So I feel like it's there. It's like sort of the same thing that fuels the type 8 is there, except the sort of psychological decision is, instead of like a type 8 to go for it and utilize that, that energy or that force, it's no, push that down. Don't tap into that. So I felt like that's made me, more sort of, I wouldn't even say laid back, but more like suppressive of that. Whereas for that dude, he was more overtly like willing to go toe to toe to people and be like, no, fuck that. This is what I think. You're wrong. Whereas I feel like I like going there, but I have to remember to tap into that. Like I have to remember to be like, oh shit, no, don't be silent, talk.
Yeah, like I'm 541, and it's like consciously I can't do it, but it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Like not natural at all.
Uh-huh. So you got your INFJ friend. That's cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. Your INTP. I'm just trying to think of the functions and stuff in my head. I'm trying to think about the vulnerable function and the demonstrative function of it.